I think the match went really well. We actually got tested the way we were anticipating, because we knew that Zambia was going to try to get on the ball from the back and be able to launch those attacks between our centre backs and our full backs to try and find Barbara Banda. And I think if we had just assigned one player to take care of Barbara, we would have shot ourselves on the foot. But because all the players on the pitch, we said to them, if she comes too close to you, pick up. We shouldn't just shift responsibility. And I think all those players out there, they played for each other. Today we decided to go with two sitters because we wanted to take care of the second ball. We wanted to make sure that we don't let Zambia pick up the second ball so that they can shoot from there. I think if we would have scored in that kickoff, the whole picture would have been different. I think we created more obvious goal scoring opportunities than they did. And it had to be a world-class player like her. I think in China, where she was playing, all of them know that she's a magnificent striker. And I think for us to be able to handle her and not get fouls against, but win the ball clean, was magnificent from our defense. I think this tournament has really showed their coaches at home that there's certain elements they need to work on these players so that they can now shatter the ceiling and go further, where they can start knocking at Banyana Banyana and even international level. And I think this tournament has done that for them. I think some coaches didn't know that their players are capable of doing certain things, playing in certain positions, and it was my job to expose that and give them that opportunity to do that. But more than anything, I'd really like to thank all the coaches that are involved on the ground, making sure that we have 16-year-olds that can just come into a Banyana team and play and compete. And even in the Sasso League, because I've got 3 players that are playing in the Sasso League, and they came on and they played with so much zeal and character. So I think for us as a South Africa, we should be proud to say we've got the Hollywood Super League that's taking place, the Sasso League, even the regional league that is going on. But more needs to be done on the ground, where we professionalize the women's game. We make sure that there's enough resources so that we have a plethora of players that will come out of tournaments like these ones, even in club level. But I'm excited for what's to come ahead for these players and the ones that are at home. I think the future is really bright for these players that are here, because I counted about 9 players that are in the under 20. And of the 9, there's another 3 that are in the under 17 team. For me, that will be going to Malawi. So I'm not rushing them, and I hope also Coach Desiree doesn't rush to call them in, because we need to make sure when they hit that level of going to the World Cup, it's not a child's play going to the World Cup. We need to make sure when they go there, they don't have stage fright. They are ready to compete at that level. I mean, we just saw our other team of Banyana played against Brazil, and that is a team that has won the WAFCON, and they are nowhere, maybe halfway or maybe 30% of World Cup standard, because we are 54th. And we played against the Brazil, who's 9th in the world, and they showed us a thing or two. So we must not rush this group of players. Give them more years to gel and play and know that they can come in and sit on the bench in the Banyana team, because if we rush them, then we disrupt the process of growth.